Now it is time for the kahuna and the brain. They are together. They look very serious.
Really? Why?
Joe does. Joe does. You looked rather happy.
I was trying to figure out how to lead into this, and GM is the big story, obviously, but if you had to pick the other really big story, it's...
Tell me.
Well, I think it's what's happening with the dollar and with gold and with the 10-year, and whether we're at a point where there's two ways of looking at it. The half-full way is that the economy is recovering.
Which is what the Treasury apparently is
saying. That's what they want us to think.
Steve Leisman talking about that.
Demand,
right.
You know, India.
The other side is there's just not enough money, right? There's just...
The other side is that the Fed is trying to keep mortgage rates low. They're buying when they can, but the market seems to be going against them. The more they buy, the more we're going to have to issue down the road, the more dollars need to be printed, and the more inflation.
And the larger question being, with all the debt we still have to sell, is there ultimately going to be enough demand to satisfy it at a level that we're willing to pay?
We have to sell debt to buy the debt.
Right.
Which is, you know, hard to understand. Anyway, the reason that I brought up the three new highs that I saw on the big board are, you know, AU and G. You know, they have little, like, you know, Goldfields is GFI, AU, ARA, you know, what's the chemical element? The symbol for gold is AU, right? So it's there it is, Anglo Gold. Those are the new highs today, three of them. We did that, and then I just wanted to mention one other thing.
You mentioned as much as
and that is J. Crew, which is up almost $4. The stock, I mean, it's kind of cool because it's a retailer that's traded between 8 and 40 this year. It's worth somewhere in between there.
You know,
same-store sales positive for the first time in a while.
Mickey Drexler is a great merchant.
But I was going to mention that. He is a great merchant, but his first name is Millard.
Yes.
And that's not a name that you see a lot anymore.
It isn't.
But because before him, I think it was...
Millard Fillmore.
Yes.
Yeah.
And either he was named after Millard Fillmore...
It's possible.
Now, could Millard ever come back and be on that list?
I don't think so.
Why?
I don't know. Where does
do you know,
Millard,
do you know
the history
Millard?
of Millard? I don't know where it derives from.
I don't
know.
know.
We can find out. I'm sure we'll get some emails. But
we probably will, but that's what struck me.
Yes. Well, Millard Drexler has done quite a job there.
Do you own a J. Crew piece? Do you own an article of clothing from J. Crew?
Actually, yes, I do.
You do? What is it?
I bought some shorts there recently for the summer.
So they're prepping
and a couple of T-shirts. They're not necessarily. So actually, that's a place that I will go to try and do the very, very little shopping that I do every year.
Is it wasn't it a catalog outfit for a while or not?
But it was. Remember, it was an LBO.
Okay.
By TPG,
yeah, well,
then they took it
educate
public.
me. That's why I bring this stuff up.
No, and he came, of course, over from the Gap, where he's credited with great success, but then they hit a rough patch at the Gap. But J. Crew has done fairly well, no doubt about it. And I know they're saying they were talking about the future. It's still, you know, difficult to predict.
But same-store sales being up, some of the analysts made positive comments saying, I've got egg all over my face, I'm throwing in the towel, I shouldn't have had a sell on this, their business model was working, I was wrong, sort of capitulating on the bear case for J. Crew.
Right.
Aaron, I don't think Haynes is there, but that was quite a call, that Haynes bottom. I mean, that looks like it's going to hold up.
It does.
I just want to compliment him on
now,
his...
can I just ask, are you complimenting him because he came out and said you are the real Joe? Is this sort of like a duo Haynes one?
Can I say that that's the sole reason he's doing this? There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just being transparent.
It's not that he said it. It's that he had the courage to stand up for what he knows is true, unlike some other people that, you know, people might say they're Switzerland and they won't take a stand. Other people just outright say that I'm not. So it's not that he said it, it's just the kind of guy that he is, a man of principle.
Like I said, maybe that's why we had analysts on yesterday. He said, buy Switzerland. It's like this amazing gem, undiscovered gem of stock.
See, Switzerland.
Woo! All right, gentlemen, thank you.